Welcome down to Paultons Park. Yes, it is a Serpents Curse update here from the park. Another one, yes, but there's always something going on here in the peak of construction. And this end is where we're actually going to start this time. I say this time, the last couple of times actually we started up this end, but we're going to start here, get an update from up here, then head down the bottom and show you exactly what's going on. We'll actually start today with a wide shot whilst we will get some close-ups. We can see that more supports have been installed. And over to the station now, all of the surrounding for the station. Footers are down and we can just see concrete. You can see exactly how much concrete needs to be poured there. Quite a lot as we look over to this side of the site. We can see over here that more supports, or what looks like more supports have arrived, but definitely more tracks arrived, because actually the other side of edge, the other side of the bush, is some track being stored on the grass which hasn't made it on to site yet. And we can see one of them is a tyre drive section as well. We'll try and get a view from that, probably from the outside of the park, but let's get some close-ups now as what's going on the site here. Let's start at the top of the site, which is full of support and track. Quite a lot. Some new looking track, but definitely some new supports are there. What we think is the structure for the station building is also on site, but here is a close look at some of the supports. And you can see these are new ones. You can see by the fact they are kind of multi-faction supports which go into different directions, which are likely to be for either lift hill or one of the larger corners. Now, as we zoom here on this bit of track as well, it's very similar to the piece we can see outside that we can't get a good shot of, which is potentially a tyre driven section, but we'll wait and see. As we move over to the station, you can see all the boarding is down and all the concrete walls are in place. And I mean, it's by no means finished by any stretch, but a lot of it here is done. Now, as we pan over to the left, you can see the rest of the building. We think the right-hand side is the station, and this bit is kind of maintenance running. We're not 100% sure, to be honest, but that's what we believe. And that is only just starting its process. So that is quite a long way away. Now, as we look towards the bottom end of the site, a lot of supports that have gone in are right down the bottom end. We will get a closer look of those very shortly, but it's really starting to come together now and kind of show how compact and tight and, you know, full of airtime hills and moments that this coaster is going to be. This water coaster is going to be fantastic. And when we look in a minute at some of the views as well, you'll see exactly how close this is going to be and the interactions if you just look at all those supports which have now been installed. Yeah, really looking full down that bottom end. Of course, here is the splashdown piece. Work on that is continuing at pace. As we kind of look at the side view, you can see how that then builds up to what we think are kind of footer areas at the front from where the water will be. At the moment, it's not. It's very much a work in progress area. This is why we think that it's going to take a little bit of time to do this top end because of the access they're having across. Here's another view from the station area. As you can see, there is more digging going around the front as well, which we believe will kind of head round. We're not entirely sure what that's going to be for because the station area is slightly beforehand, but again, we will find out as construction continues over the next couple of months. But all these little ones have been installed over the past few days, and it has only been a couple of days as well since we were last here for the update. We can see from up this end definitely that more supports have arrived over there. Some big ones as well, some kind of multi ones, which is what we were looking out for. So definitely more supports have arrived over the last couple of days. We saw some track in the background, but again, groundwork, it's just moving at such a pace. I know people are saying you're doing a lot of updates. Well, they're doing a lot of work and we want to make sure we capture it much like we did with Valgard, because one day when we don't come so fast, it will just be up and there'll be stuff everywhere. So we like to see it being done. They are actually working a little bit on site today, not too much because of the weather, but we can see more supports have gone down the back, the two small ones we've just showed you, and we can see some down the bottom as well, which we will go and check out very, very shortly. But up here, station, I mean, the first part of it looks like the main concrete is in. There's a lot of it there. And indeed, the splash zone, which is just here, is really taking shape too. And again, we showed you what we think will be the footers coming out of the splash zone as it kind of goes along the water part. But again, I don't think we're going to see this bit really happen until all of this has happened. So we might just have to be patient on that one. Just on our way down, another toilets baby care centre sign as well on the wall here. A quick side view over the site really highlights some of the supports which have been installed, and some of these ones which we thought might be kind of massive footers are actually dual footers for different parts of the track. But looking at the angles of some of the supports, you can see just how close this track's going to be, because these are two different runs to what you see in the back and what you see in the front of the picture. So the interaction is gonna be brilliant on this coaster. Honestly, it is going to be brilliant. Down the bottom end of the site, and you can see the supports which have gone in, and of course the track which is currently being stored down here waiting to go up. One of my favorite views here on the left, heading towards the splashdown, and I think that is going to be fantastic to watch from the feasting hall as well when this is all done. As we zoom down, you can see track in the background, of course, and we will pan over shortly and have a look at the station from this side too, before showing you some of the supports. Now, this support actually is new as we look over towards the station, and the concrete which has been complete on the right hand side as that moves over then to the rest of the work on the left. This has got to be done before any structure goes up. Quick geek shot, of course, of the tag. I really want this tag. Someone save me this tag. And of course the numbered track as well to help them in what's going on. Now, this corner is where more supports have gone up, and it gives you a real sense of how close some of this track is. Given the width of this track, the interactions on this are truly going to be fantastic. Some close-in views of here. Now, all these supports were here last time we were here, but it's over this side really that it seems to have changed a bit, which is actually one of the first kind of footers we saw go in round the corner here. Again, I don't know how much kind of look we're going to get. I mean, you can just see yellow, just piles of yellow everywhere as the track is here, but interestingly just here, and we will have a look, you'll see it's this one here. It's just here, you can just see it through there that has gone in, the little one which has gone in. So that's actually one of the low points, whereas this one here will be one of the higher points which haven't gone in yet. But you can see by the angles of these, and we'll zoom in again from where we were just a minute ago, just to kind of show you. You can see from the angles of these just how close these supports are and how close the track's going to be. When you consider how wide this track is, it's going to be very, very close. It's going to feel like a really sort of compact experience. It's going to be really interesting to see how they theme it as well in between sort of elements. It's really going to be great. Lots of track down here, lots of supports, more have gone in, more down the end as well. Yeah, it's all happening here at Serpents Curse, like constantly happening. Absolutely love it. I love coming down here, spending a couple of hours and kind of noticing what they've done different and trying to see whether or not they're doing anything. But again, we got a lovely gloomy day. Here we go. We do have some track out on the field around the back of Edge, which we can see. It hasn't been moved on site yet. It looks like it will be. Now, we could go left and kind of have a look through the fence, but I don't think you'll see very well. However, the bit behind the digger is a tyre-driven flat section. I'm not entirely sure where that goes. I don't know if that forms part of the station, perhaps. I'm guessing it will probably have to form part of the station. We'll have a quick look down, see if we can get a different view of it. So it is very hard to tell. It is the piece over the back, so we can't get a great view of it. But a few bits of track out here which have just arrived. Serpents Curse continues to go vertical here at Paultons Park. Loving it. So 3 bits of track here. We can see what looks like a couple of corner pieces, and it's right behind. You can see it from Raven. I have to say, it's been raining. It's the first time it stopped raining. I haven't taken a chest mount in today, but if it's still there next time I come, I'll try and get a view of it. But it is a tyre-driven flat section, which I would assume would have to be the station, which is just behind there. It's coming on really, really quickly. I know we're here a lot, and I know we're putting out a lot of updates, as we did when Draken was being built as well. It's absolutely no different. We're staying on top of the construction. It only happens once. It's as simple as that. It only happens once, and we can't wait for the big cranes to get in and some of the track to go up. But until next time, which probably won't be very long, hope you've enjoyed the update.